Jack, what up? I appreciate you taking the time to jump on and spend a little bit of time with us. So I guess talk to me. Build Ops is not necessarily your traditional roofing contractor. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you heard about service alignment and some of the, I guess, successes that your team has had?
Most definitely. So we heard about service alignment through a few of our clients. They were working with CenterPoint Connect, and they had referred over our client to service alignment. And what we've seen is the progress that the contractors that have worked with service alignment receive is hands down the best I've seen in the business. I've been in the roofing industry for 20 years, and with Build Ops HQ, we serve the contractor base for administrative processes, estimating, shop drawings, and anything that's not a crew, superintendent, or sales staff, we handle for roofing contractors around the country. And I've ran across a plethora of different processes and systems and programs that people out there sell. And when we came in touch with service alignment, man, the attention to detail, the process, the step-by-step organization of the flow on how to become a contractor, whether it's a residential or a guy that's just doing production work, wanting to get a service department to get that residual business rolling from the clients, creating a service-oriented company. It's literally everything that it needs to be, and everything that you could possibly think of to ask a question, it's there. It's in the handbooks, it's in the spreadsheets, it's in everything that it exudes. What we've seen is the contractors that have rolled with service alignment that apply themselves to the process and give every bit of diligence to following the program. I haven't ran across anything that matches to it.
So it's awesome to hear that, because yes, we have a handful of contractors that have had a lot of success, right? And it's a whole different side when you get someone like yourself in Build Ops, right, that really loves the process. So you've taken this and you've rolled this out to your team, even some of the callers that you have, and a lot of the best practices that we share on prospecting and ideal client profile, all that kind of different stuff. You've rolled it out to your team, right?
We have, and we've taken it a step further. With Build Ops, we're not a roofing company. We're a service provider for roofing companies, but the principles that apply within the service alignment program, like for instance, the 21-day touch process, we use that in our business that is not going out toward roofing, because the functionality and the fundamentals behind the practices is the professionalism that it takes in order to make it all happen. And man, it's logic, it's tried, it's true, it's proven, and not just from the basis of what it says makes sense, but now I've seen it prove itself.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I've failed 3,000 times, right, to be able to get the right process and to be able to get all of that going. So I love that you're using it. I love that you're having success independently, right, and that your own confidence level is in this because you're using it right within the business and beyond just the roofing side. So what I typically run into a lot of times is contractors are on the fence of, do I need to bring someone like service alignment into the business, right? Can I do this myself? Do I really need to do this? Do I need to invest the money to do it? Because a lot of times that can be a big investment, right? Especially when we're talking about building a company, we need all the cash flow we can get. So when we have individuals and companies like that coming on board, what would you say to them? They're thinking about, okay, maybe I can go with service alignment. Maybe they can help me. What would you say to those contractors that are on the fence?
I would say that you do not know what you do not know until you know it. And when you have something that gives you a roadmap to get to the destination that you're trying to go that's already proven, why try to reinvent the wheel and figure it out on your own? It makes no sense to do such, right? Follow something that's already hit the mark, that's been tried and true. Like when you were just talking about the times that and the things that you've had to go through and the mistakes that you've had made in order to get to where you are, it's proven, and it's proven exactly because of what your system is, what your program is. When you have something that breaks down step by step, all the way down to the check-ins on the truck, everything that it exudes, everything that a service department needs to be, and there's a lot there. But when you apply yourself to the roadmap and you follow the path, you ever heard the row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, right? The song that we hear when we're kids. When you keep on bouncing over here to the shoreline, the river keeps on flowing, right? So follow the path of the river and get to the destination you're trying to go. Don't detour. Follow the system. And man, and if you go and you're trying to figure it out on your own without following a system that's already proven, then guess what? You're slowing yourself up time and time again, because you're going to have to hit the road bump to realize that you need to revise. You're going to have to go through the struggle in order to realize that you need to document this. You need to dial in that. You need to communicate this way. And with service alignment, through the steps in the process and what needs to be monitored, what needs to be tracked, when the meetings need to be held, from the documentation on how you go out there and produce and pursue your clients, from the grow versus scale, it's all there. If you're a production contractor, you're looking for the next re-roof, right? If you're a residential contractor, you're looking for those retail deals or those insurance claims. This is a different mentality than that contractor base is, because you're thinking about the customer's best interest all the time. What's the best for that asset? And it helps you reprogram your thought process into making sure that you're the best for your customer. And if you're the best for your customer, you're the best for your business.
Love that, because it's a place of integrity, right? And that's one of my biggest things, is that, doing the best possible thing when no one's looking. And I think you're right inside that. So I love that. I appreciate you taking a few minutes just to be able to kind of debrief a little bit on what you've gotten and what you've seen contractors get from service alignment. And I truly, truly appreciate the time and appreciate the partnership with Build Ops and what you guys have been doing for the industry. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.